Hi, I'm Fernanda.
Hello, I'm Kay.
So, for this week's reading response, we'll be going over key concepts as well as answering potential exit interview questions as a means to study for it.
So these are questions about stairs, windows, and doors based on the class lectures and the assigned readings.
Let's start with some different types of windows. Some of them include those that are illustrated in this picture, which are single hung, double hung, casements, sliders, awning, and hopper. These 6 types of windows are known as operable windows because they have sashes that are movable and that allow air into spaces. When windows cannot be opened, they're called fixed. And it's important to note that operability comes at a cost. Therefore, fixed windows are the cheapest kind. More types of windows that are discussed in the lecture, but not in this slide, are skylights and roof windows, which can both be operable or fixed.
Now to talk about the different types of doors. You can have a lot of flexibility with the size and dimension of the doors, so we'll mainly be talking about the operability. So we have flush, panel, glass, double, pocket, bypass, sliding, bifold, and accordion doors. As you can see from the floor plan sort of drawing of these doors, you can see how they sort of open. Now we will be going over windows and what type of ventilation they provide.
Great. So here's a question that we came up with. Which types of windows provide 100%, 50%, or 0% of ventilation? So windows that provide 100% are the ones that you can open fully, such as a casement, awning, or hopper windows. These are the windows that open with the turn of a hinge. Now, windows that provide 50% ventilation are the single hung and the sliding windows. Lastly, 0% ventilation are achieved only through fixed windows.
Now, what are the common frame materials of these types of windows? So they can be three things: aluminum, metals such as bronze or aluminum, and lastly, wood.
What are the typical stair typologies? There's different stair typologies, but we'll talk about the main ones. Please go to the next slide. So you can see how there's a straight kind, there's an L-shaped, a U-shaped, winders, spirals, and curved stairs. These are a few different ways of approach these designs.
Now, to talk about what are the different elements that's part of a stair. So first, there are treads. These are what you step on to walk on a stair. And then we have a stringer, which is the supporting element of all of these treads or stairs or steps. And then we have these things called a guardrail, which keeps us from falling over since it's a lot more taller than the handrail. And as you can see, there's also balusters, which are like the infill in between the handrail and the stringer.
Great. Question number 5. What's the minimum size of your stairs run and rise in commercial and residential buildings? When talking about commercial buildings, the rise has to be a minimum of 4 inches and up to 7 inches maximum. Now the run has to be minimum of 11 inches. Now in residential buildings, the rise is 7.75 inches maximum and the run is 10 inches minimum. And there's a tolerance of 3/8 of an inch.
Now, the sixth question is, what is the required headroom and handrail height? What about the width of balusters? So first off, 80 inches minimum is required for the headroom, which is usually measured from the treads of the stairs. The handrail height should be at least between 34 inches to 38 inches maximum. As for the balusters, they should be close enough to fulfill the baby head roll, which is 4 and 3/8 of an inch.
Number 7, what are the general rules of thumb for the means of egress? Important things to remember is that for stairs, the landing should be at every 12 feet of height, and this landing run should be at least equal to the width of the stairs. As for ramps, they should follow a 1 to 12 rise over run ratio with a landing for every 30 inches of rise. The landing minimum must be 60 inches for the ramps, and the width of the stairs is 44 inches for commercial buildings.
Now we will be going over our architectural example. This is a gallery of Polak, which is designed by Paul de Ruiter Architects. This is a really great example of a feature stair that is also considered a 3/4 stair that we mentioned earlier as a type of stair. There's this like large platform staircase that then on leads to the heart of the atrium, as you can see here in this photo, which becomes more spacious towards the top. This gives the sunlight free rein, enabling it to even reach the platform staircase at the bottom of the building. The glass at the top of the atrium, for example, in this photo here, has been designed to prevent sunlight from entering directly. So the sunlight is mainly just filtered light that is very good for thermal comfort. And this enables users to gain maximum benefit from the daylight whilst keeping the temperature pleasantly cool. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. We worked for 4 hours on this project.